They protect millions of lives, MetLife and Guardian Life. But when it comes to choosing your insurance, which one really delivers? On one side, the global giant MetLife. And on the other, the customer-focused powerhouse Guardian Life. Let's cut through the marketing noise and find out which company truly stands out. We'll award points in each category, and by the end, you'll know exactly who takes the lead. The outcome just might surprise you. Let me just lay it all out for you with a quick mind map. Here are the main things we're going to compare: price and value, policy options, financial strength, customer service, dividends and mutual benefits, and company reputation. So by the end, you'll seriously know if one stands out for you. Let's talk about price and value first. So with MetLife, you get pretty competitive rates, especially if you access them through your employer, plus there are a few different product tiers to match different budgets. But honestly, if you're shopping on your own, sometimes that price can creep up, and customizing your coverage if you're a solo buyer is kind of limited. Now, moving over to Guardian Life, here's what's interesting. The upfront premiums can sometimes be a bit higher. But hold on, Guardian is a mutual company, which means they actually pay dividends to eligible policyholders. Over time, that could mean more value back in your pocket. So if you're playing the long game, Guardian probably inches ahead here. Alright, on to policies. MetLife is honestly the go-to for lots of big employers because they offer a huge range, like term, whole, universal, you name it. But if you're someone who loves customizing with fancy riders, they might fall a little short. Then Guardian Life steps in with term, whole, universal, and even variable life insurance options. Plus, their permanent policies are actually really well regarded. They're not quite as big in the group plan space though, if that's what matters to you, but honestly both are really strong here, so I gotta call it a tie. Now, if you're worried about financial strength, MetLife is, no joke, a Fortune 500 beast with a global presence. You've probably seen that Snoopy blimp at some point, right? That said, lately they've kind of shifted away from direct US retail life, which makes you wonder. Guardian, though, their financial strength ratings are just out of this world. And bonus for anyone who loves the idea of policyholder ownership, they're a mutual company, seriously solid. Guardian takes this one. Oh, and here's something cool I stumbled on. Guardian Life has actually paid policyholder dividends every year since 1868. Yup, through world wars, the Great Depression, even pandemics. If that's not consistency, I don't know what is. Alright, let's chat customer service. With MetLife, you get great online tools, and their support systems for big businesses are top tier. But, and this is important if you look at JD Power ratings and reviews, customer satisfaction is just average, claims experiences, kinda mixed. Guardian, people really seem to love their agents, personal touch and all that, satisfaction scores are up there. If you're a digital-first person, their tech might feel a bit behind compared to MetLife, but hey, most folks forgive that for the better service. Guardian snags the point. Next, dividends and mutual benefits. Here, where things really split. With MetLife, since they're a public company, the profits go back into the business or to shareholders, so no extra goodies for you as a policyholder. Guardian, this is actually huge. They pay regular dividends to eligible whole life policyholders, and as a mutual company, you're literally an owner. If you're after long-term perks, Guardian is the clear winner here. Last up, company reputation. MetLife has been around for over 140 years, super recognizable and trusted worldwide. Seriously, it's a household name. But with their recent changes away from direct US retail, it leaves a bit of a question mark if you value tradition. Guardian, even older, over 160 years, really respected, especially among folks who care about that mutual structure. Maybe not as big in terms of global recognition as MetLife, but honestly both have legacies most companies would dream of. I'd call this a tie. So, taking a quick look at the radar chart, see how Guardian keeps popping up in the lead, especially on value and those sweet mutual benefits. MetLife definitely stands out for their tradition and global presence though. You can really see where your personal priorities might swing the decision. So, here's my honest take. If you want long-term value, those annual dividends, mutual-style peace of mind, and a friendly agent who knows your name, Guardian is probably the better pick for you. But if your employer offers MetLife and you're looking for global strength and solid pricing in those group plans, MetLife is still an excellent choice. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more unbiased insurance tips.